Okay, deep breath. Recent revelations. So, something pretty big that I just took on was the mall that I work at. I had emailed the general manager of the entire mall to inquire about gender-neutral washrooms, just because I recently just haven't, I guess subconsciously I just realized that I was not comfortable in gender-specific washrooms. So, shot her an email, kind of put myself out there to request or to even maybe sit down and talk to her about that. So that was one thing that I did. But I'm doing it for so many other people other than just me, because I know that there would be a lot of people out there that just don't feel comfortable in certain washrooms, and it's at the University of Winnipeg here, so I just wanted to kind of just give it a shot. I'm probably going to start a petition to have that be done, or started, or just at least attempted. But something that transpired from that was, it just kind of made me realize that I'm just super self-conscious about certain things, and I just, lately, honestly, I've just been feeling really, really bad gender dysphoria for the first time ever. For the longest time, I was just so comfortable and pretty okay with everything, and first time, gender dysphoria. It sucks. I've just been seeing myself in a completely different light recently with my name change and still binding, and just in general, I just haven't felt very good about myself. I got back from my trip and it was awesome. Got called my new name there, and then I came back and it was just this whirlwind of crap, and I didn't feel very good about myself. It just I wasn't myself, and realized I needed to make some changes. So I called this clinic that we have here, and I got the number for this lady who is in charge of this trans helpline. So I phoned her and kind of talked with her for a little bit and got some good insight. So I talked to her, and I just came out as trans. So, new developments. It's all happening pretty freaking quick. It just came out of nowhere. I knew this day would come. I knew that I wouldn't always be okay in that middle ground, and I knew that I never ever ruled out transitioning. I didn't rule that out for a second. So this isn't a surprise. It just came really fucking quick. I told my mom that I'm gonna see a gender therapist of some sort, and I've switched over to male pronouns with people that I am close with and that I care about most. So I'm slowly informing all of my close friends that I prefer and am starting to use male pronouns. Me and my best friend who's moving here, he's also trans, we're going to change our names at the same time, because there's a lot of paperwork, there's a lot of legal things that have to happen when you legally change your name. So I'm going to do that when he gets here. So in the new year, we're going to legally change our names, because that was one thing that I haven't been enforcing too much. I've told a few people, but I haven't been correcting people all that often. So that also kind of tied in with this new gender dysphoria that I've been feeling, because I haven't, it sucks. It doesn't, where my mindset is at and how I'm being addressed and how I want to be addressed, they're not lining up at all. And I lately just haven't even wanted to get out of bed. I deal with so many people in a day. I serve hundreds, if not thousands of people coffee daily. So in my line of work, I see a lot of people and lots of interaction, and I love it. But at the moment, it really sucks. I have only told, obviously, close friends about the male pronoun bit. It's here. It just came right in. I totally distanced myself from the female side of me that I was so proud of, and I recently don't feel comfortable in the women's bathroom. I don't feel comfortable in most situations in general. I've been getting called a lot of different names, my given name, old nicknames. All of a sudden I'm not okay with female pronouns. Like, they never used to bother me, and it just, with everything that's transpired over the past little bit, they suck. I just feel very insecure about certain things. Haven't felt very confident lately, and I just feel really fucking awkward, and it's overwhelming because I've just taken this big step to just be comfortable. And when I was in Halifax, I didn't realize until I got back here how comfortable it was to just be SJ and to just not have to explain myself. I was just me for 5 or 6 days. I was just myself. So coming back has really sucked, and it kind of has set things into motion, but I slowly realized that while I was typing that email to the general manager of my mall, I realized some of the reasonings behind it and why I was doing it and why it would be beneficial, because coming from me, like, I needed it, but I know that there's so many other people out there that just want a positive and safe place to do their business. So that was part of the reason why I emailed her, but just coming to terms with it, I can't go through life in this middle ground, and I've just been seeing myself mentally, like, and physically in a different way. Nothing about me really has changed, but my mindset has completely switched over, where I just prefer male pronouns. I want my new name, and it's really hard because there's a lot of people that I see in a day that I don't have the time and I don't have the effort to sit them down individually and to tell them, because I don't even have all the answers. So I just need to just get a move on with just being more confident with myself and not worrying what other people fucking think. Like, that's the hardest part, is when I see so many people in a day, it's hard not to care what they think or to have to explain them. So I've been talking to a bunch of friends today in the last few days after calling the trans helpline, and I'm going to tell my mom this weekend when I see her, but it's just slightly overwhelming. It's a lot to take in, but I feel a lot better after talking to friends who either have been through it or are just giving me the confidence that I need to just stick with it and to just worry about myself, because up until this point I hadn't really been, like, I'd kind of just been catering to everybody else, essentially. I didn't really care what pronoun was being used. I wasn't really enforcing my new name, so I was kind of just catering to other people and making their lives more convenient. But that's stopping now because it's just kicking in that I can't do it anymore. I can't sit in this middle ground just to please other people. And if they're not okay with me identifying as transgender, then clearly I don't need to really associate with them that much. Here's your coffee. Bye. So it's kind of overwhelming. I'm still processing things and figuring out what my next steps are. But it's just nice to worry about myself for a change. The last little bit hasn't, like, recently it was about myself, but even to a certain extent it wasn't, because I was just catering to other people, and it's not gonna fly. I can't handle it. It's been mentally draining, and I haven't felt really confident about myself since I've been back. Literally been back for all of, like, maybe a week and a half, and it sucks. So I'm just working on being more confident with myself. Ever since I got my tattoo, the female one, where on my wrist here it says female, but the male part is in brackets. And I knew that when I was getting it, a friend of mine from high school tattooed me when I was back home in August. And I knew that by getting this permanently on my skin and on my wrist in a visible space, that was a promise to myself to explore my gender and to just give it my all and to just figure it out and to just do it. And up until recently, I kind of didn't forget, because it's right there. I see it all the time. But I just didn't really do it like to my like full potential. Like I wasn't really exploring everything that I could have been. So that's where I'm at now, where I just need and want to figure stuff out for myself. And this feels right. Ever since I sent that email, it just clicked that this is what I need to do to be happy and to just live my life and to just be more comfortable with myself. So, big changes. Switching over pronouns. After I tell my mom this week, it'll be way more official. I see her on Saturday, so in like 2 days I'll see her and I'll kind of sit her down and try to explain things as best as I can, because I'm still really lost. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. There's this meme out there, if you've ever seen it. It's the dog sitting at the computer desk with like a tie around his neck, and it looks like he's trying to type, and it says, I have no idea what I'm doing. That's basically how I feel. It's also new to me, and it's just, there's so many new discoveries. And I've just been so down on myself all week and just feeling like crap. I think I'm getting sick, so that kind of has something to do with it. But I just overall haven't felt very good about myself, which is so unlike me, because recently that was all, I was just so confident and just so radiant and just so happy with myself. And I still am. I'm figuring out in different ways. So it's just nice to get back on track and to be smiling and to feel good about myself and to feel confident that the path that I'm choosing to go down is what I need to do for myself to be happy and to just explore this side of myself that once I got it tattooed on me, that was a promise to explore it, and I am, and it feels good. It's really scary and anxious, and I'm nervous, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I have a lot of love and support that I appreciate the hell out of, and I don't know what I would do without those people in my life. So it just feels really good to come to terms with it, because I've just felt so shitty all week. So deep breath. Yeah, so the whole point of this video was me coming out as trans. What that means, I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out, and you will probably be along for the ride, because over the progress of my videos, I don't even want to look at my old ones, but I've just gotten so comfortable and so okay with talking, and it feels good to get this out, because I don't have very many outlets, and this has been a very good one. So I'm really glad to be making videos and to just talk it out. And I still don't know what I'm doing. I won't know for a while, and you'll probably be along for the ride, but I'm out. I'm telling some of my close friends and my family, so it feels good. This feels right. It basically I just want to be happy. I am happy, but I just want to be more happy in the body that I am in, and the mindset, and how I feel, like how I see myself and how other people see me. I just want all of those to line up, and recently they haven't been, and I now know some of the steps I need to take to make sure those are all aligned. So this video is getting really long. I apparently still can't chop up the main points of my video in under 10 minutes, but it felt great to finally just say it, and I'm smiling. I haven't smiled like this in a while, so feels awesome. Stoked. I'll talk to you later.